It's time for This Is Life Moment with Rob McGowan. How we live always changes the world around us.
Thank you so much for having me. This is great.
Oh, no, that's awesome. It's always nice to, so when people hear the music, they can see the person, get to meet them, know a little bit about them, and it's a lot better.
That's
Social media,
great.
it's just getting used to all this technology these days and everybody being able to contact each other and talk away. And so
Right.
anyways, I thought I'd have you on tonight, and don't mind my office a little mess. I always have my guitars or my paintings or whatever I'm working on. So,
Yeah, those are beautiful. You painted those?
yes, I painted.
Wow, they're amazing. Those are really beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, it's like home away from home in here. I spend so much time in here. I think I live here half the times.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. So your music, yeah, I was listening to your song. It's amazing. It's going to be playing up on Life Radio this week. We're going to put it up and start playing it. So I thought maybe you could introduce yourself to people. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Alisha Dawn, and I am originally from Ontario, and I lived out west for a year and lived in Ontario again, and now I'm here in Nova Scotia.
Oh, in Nova Scotia, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
I'm here in the Annapolis Valley in Kentville.
Oh, wow. My brother's over in Lower Sackville, so it's
Okay, yeah, that's pretty close.
yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. No, I did. I thought you were in Ontario still. I grew up in Ontario, so I know it pretty good. So you're from Ontario originally?
I am, yes. I'm from this small town called Deep River, which is 2 hours west of Ottawa.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm more north, more towards Hockley Valley and Orangeville and Bracebridge and up that way. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Our town is sort of famous. They have an isotope nuclear plant there.
Oh, wow.
In Chalk River. So they make the isotopes there. So we have a lot of scientists that live in our town.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. They need that. One year there was a big deal about that. They'd run out and a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great too. So the music, how'd you get into Christian music? And have you always been a Christian, or is it something that came later in life, or your family was Christian? How'd that all start?
Yeah. So basically I grew up in a Christian home. And when I was 10 years old, I accepted Jesus into my heart and followed him. So my parents actually gave me my first guitar when I was 16. So I was doing some lessons and everything. They actually had in high school guitar class. So I actually learned a lot of the chords and everything from that guitar class. And then my parents also paid for me to have lessons in college. So I actually went to Bethany Bible College, which is now called Kingswood University. So I got to take some guitar lessons there. That's in Sussex, New Brunswick.
Okay. Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So then,
are you like me? You have your guitar handy. It's always around, and mine's
well,
never far away. It's in my car or it's in my office, wherever I am.
Yeah. Well, actually, I have a guitar here. That's my first guitar, and it's actually really special because we actually use that for people to sign their names for our wedding guest book. So that guitar has all the names from our wedding on it. And then the guitar that I have is actually at work because I actually work as a recreation planner in a seniors and children's center. So I do a lot of singing with them and also play the ukulele and the piano for them as well. So I do a lot of music in my work, which is really nice.
That's awesome. So you put your music out on YouTube, Apple, different places, or?
Yeah. So right now, A Little Bit of Faith is now streaming on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon Music, and it's also on YouTube. And there's a lyric video that's on there. So if you type in Alisha Dawn, A Little Bit of Faith, lyric video will come up as well. So that's really nice.
Oh, awesome. Well, that's nice. Yeah. Awesome. So and this particular song, have you written a lot of songs or is this
I have,
new?
Yeah. So about 7 years ago, I also produced when I was living back in Paris, Ontario. I worked with a producer that produced this song, Andrew Horrocks in Kitchener. So I produced a song called Everything. So that was released to the radio about 7 years ago. And then I just thought it would be really nice to get back at it again and put another song on the radio. So I can actually thank my family and friends a lot because I put up a GoFundMe and they just basically paid for this whole song. So I really am appreciative of that.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Well, we're glad you sent it in, and I think people will like it. It's going to be one of those, it'll play on Life Radio here. We'll see what kind of response we get for it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
So what was the inspiration behind the songs and the words?
Yeah, so basically, so I wrote this song when I lived out west and I moved out there and I didn't know a single person. So I was very far away from my family and friends. And I was just going through a really hard time. And I was just feeling a little bit depressed and lonely and missing my
Where
family
were
a
you
lot.
out west when you wrote that?
I was in this little town called Fairview, Alberta, which is 2 hours from Grand Prairie.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So
Way
it's
up there.
quite up north. It was actually quite an experience because in the summer the sun doesn't go down until midnight. So that was pretty interesting. And then in the winter, the sun didn't come up until 9 a.m. in the morning. And I would literally walk home from work at 4 o'clock and the moon would just be shining. So it was dark all the time.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time out there working. It was yeah, I remember those days. Something else.
Yeah. So I did write this song when I was out west, and for a whole week, I just kept hearing the melody of the chorus. I just kept hearing a little bit of, a little bit of, and I just was like stuck in my mind for the longest time. So I finally sat down with my guitar and wrote the lyrics. And I'm just really hoping this song will give encouragement to people. And I really feel that God gave me this song for a time just as now, because there's a lot of people that have fears about the pandemic and just different things that are going on in the world. I think that it will really help encourage people that, like sometimes all we need is just a little bit of faith. Like it says in the Bible, like just have that mustard seed faith and you can move mountains and God is with you. And one of my favorite Bible verses I'll share is actually from Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. So that's kind of an inspirational verse that I really enjoy.
It's awesome. I always ask people about their faith. So how do you deal with your faith on a daily basis? Do you have a routine in the morning? Do you pray a certain amount? Do you have a certain thing you do every day? I'm always curious.
So I tend to, I'm not really much of a morning person, so I find it hard to get up and spend that time with God. Like I am trying to get him more into that, like waking up early and spending that time with God, because I think it's really important to spend like the first part of your day, like in prayer or anything like that. But basically when I get home from work and maybe after dinner, I have a couple devotional books. I have a morning and evening book by Charles Spurgeon, which I really enjoy reading.
Okay.
And I just have a couple other devotional books that I read. And I usually just go through a book of the Bible that I'm going through. So right now I'm actually reading the book of Daniel, which I find really interesting, about him talking about his dreams that he's had and being thrown into the lion's den and all those really exciting stories. I'm really enjoying Daniel right now. So it's really good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I also do meditation. Like there's a lot of good YouTube videos on just meditating. There's this one meditation I do. It revolves around the Bible verse, be still and know that I'm God. So you just kind of settle your mind and just kind of repeat that, be still and know that I'm God in your head, and just spend that quality time with the Lord.
Awesome. So, and your husband, is he religious too, or?
Yes, he's a Christian as well.
Oh, awesome. So, well, that's great. You go to church, you're playing Christian music, and your life is going well.
Yes, it is.
Did the pandemic scare you at all, or were you worried through it?
It was a little bit nerve-wracking because since I work in a seniors home, like I work with very vulnerable people. So there was a point where we were totally on lockdown and we weren't allowed to have any visitors come in. And we did video chats, and we actually had window visits. So what they would do is the family would come up to the window and they would use their phone, and we'd have a phone, and they would talk through the glass.
Oh my.
And it was really difficult to see because a lot of the seniors don't really know what's going on. So it's hard for them to be away from their family.
Oh, I'd imagine. Yeah. Yeah, it would be scary, wouldn't it, for sure?
Yeah.
Well,
it's
and do you
good
play
now
music
because-
at all in the seniors home? Do you get a chance to do any of that?
Yeah, I do actually. So I've learned all the old songs like Johnny Cash and Loretta Lynn and Dolly Parton and everything. So I play a lot of those songs for them. And then also my boss likes to hear my new music too. So I play a lot of my own songs that I've written. And there's this one song called Good Day that I actually wrote for the children. It's a really upbeat, fun song. And the seniors love it too. And there's a part in the song where you say, today, and then everyone says it's going to be a good day. It's really upbeat and fun. So they really enjoy that.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad we're going to play your song, and I think in the future maybe send some more songs along, and we'll see how they go and get them out there and enjoy it, and keep writing music. And I think you're inspiring, you're helping people, and you're doing a great job. I'm really I was gonna say proud of you. That's kind of sounds silly, like you're my daughter. No, I think you're doing a great job. I think.
Yeah, and I appreciate your taking the time to interview me as well. That's really awesome.
Well, I think it's nice that people, when they hear the songs on Life Radio, because we like to get a lot of Canadian content. So as
Right.
many local artists and people, and now you're even more local than I thought, being in Nova Scotia. That's awesome.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe this pandemic's all over. We might be able to have you up here and sing or something. Would be nice.
Yeah, that would be definitely
great.
nice. Yeah, it is nice because my family is all from New Brunswick, actually.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
That's
so my
awesome.
parents are in Hampton, and then my husband is from Moncton, so my in-laws are there.
Oh, wow. Oh, so you do get
Yeah,
up here. Moncton's not very
I
far at all
do.
from where we are. Oh, that's
That's
great.
right.
Actually, I think they
And
can hear us
actually,
down
I
there.
recorded the vocals for the song in Miramichi.
Oh, you did?
I
Where? What
did, yes.
studio were you at?
With Jason Barytone
Oh,
Studio.
okay. Yes. Yeah, I know. Wow. Small world. We never know what's going on. Well, that's great. So we're going to be playing real local music.
That's right.
That's pretty awesome. Record it right here, live in Miramichi. Well, definitely. We'll definitely have to have you up when the COVID's all done and everything's back to normal again.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on, and I'll see. I might even put a video together for your song that we can put out on YouTube or something. We'll see. We'll put something
Yeah,
together
that
what
would
we
be
can do.
fantastic.
And as soon as I get it ready, I'll send it over to you. And again, thank you for making music and helping people and lifting up the world.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much for having me.
No trouble. You have a great night, and thanks again.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for talking.
And I'll send you an email when it's going to play and start up on the radio. It'll probably be
Okay,
on
perfect.
tomorrow or the next day. I'll be on my show on This Is Life, and we'll get it started and play the interview so people can hear it.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
A little bit of trust, a little bit of fear.